Okay, episode 695. We did, in part one, we did the clad coins. We are now going to separate, and we did find it was one of those pennies, and I'll put it with those. I'm just going to hold on. These are going to go back into my jar, my change jar. All right, let's do the pennies. There was a wheat cent in here. There were all kinds of stuff in here. I have no idea what I'm doing with this stuff, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna separate wheat cents, and we're gonna separate. There's gonna be a bunch. We're gonna put I want to put 82s in one section. I want to put copper in another. So we got copper, 82s, wheats. There's one Indian head, 82s. There's gonna be a lot of 82s in here. I am not going through these copper. I am not. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have to figure it out, man. 59. Here's a 59. 59s are separate. Oh boy. 82. So I'm going to talk. This will be a talking. I mean, I talk in a lot of my videos. Wow, look at this. I can't believe what I did here. This is such a big no-no. Here go another 50. These are all 59s. All right, I'll go a little closer because you can't see it. I just realized you couldn't see it. Sorry about that. 82. So on the side here, we're going to have wheat cents, 82s, copper pennies, which this is going to be a big pile. I'm assuming a copper. 1959. So this is what happened. Super. Oh, we got another. Here goes a dime. I missed the dime. Okay. The 4 is clipped. It's probably from the crimp roll machine. No value. Get rid of that. Okay. So, wow, man. 82s. This is bad. So all we're doing is separating stuff. Now, obviously, what we would love to find is an 82, 59s. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 82 small date. So let's just bad business. I didn't know what I was doing. This is what happens. This is part of the process of that's a regular penny. What am I putting regular pennies? Here. And what's up here? Oh, the 59s. I got a lot of 59s, I guess. And then the zincs. The zincs we will put, I don't know, down here. All right. Look, I even got these cool ones. Wow, look at this, man. Look at this. 82. That's the 59s. That's the regular pennies. That's the 59s. That's the wheat cents. These are the 82s. Okay. And the zincs. Obviously, we would love to find the 82 small date. Copper, bronze. Really, they're bronze. I didn't know that they were considered bronze. I never knew that. See, like this is copper. If that was a small date, super duper duper $100,000, something like that. So this is what happened. Oh boy. When I first started the channel, I didn't know what I was doing. All I knew is that wheat cents needed to be in one place. Like I knew enough that I had to separate my coins, right? So, well, obviously this is the opposite of separating. So I threw them in this jar to separate at a later date. Today is that later date. And I put the 59s, the 82s, Wow. What a huge, huge, huge dummy move. I put these, the 2009s. Some wheat, and there's even an Indian head in here. So we're gonna, we're gonna separate this now. And again, this is gonna be this is extra content, right? Let me get this a little closer to me, reaching out for it. This is extra content, and what I'm gonna do is, wow, that's something. I'll put that. I'll actually make another pile for anything that's like that. I mean, I did find some other nice ones. That's an 80. Oh, it's in the 82 pile. Okay. So for me, this is interesting because 59s, because Canadian. It shows I should actually put if there's gonna be this many 2009s, I should put them separate. I didn't realize there's gonna be that many 2009s. Oh, here goes. There's even a 2023 in there. No extra B. I'm not going to go through that right now. I'm just going to, like I said, all I'm doing right now is separating them. That's a nice, really nice looking copper penny. And it's extra content for the chat, for my viewers, for you guys watching the videos. And then I'm just going to have to, another Canadian. I'm going to have to go through these coins again. Because it's one of the issues is that, I really didn't know what I was doing when I first started this channel. But I had, a 60D. That's a variety. Where am I going to put that? I'll put that next to something else. I don't know. And $59D. It's another 59. And I just kept a jar. And when I found something interesting, I threw it into the jar. 59. And obviously that, not a good not a good thing to do. And I just figured as long as I'm going to separate it, I might as well make a video out of it. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to do it. Obviously you do, because you're in the future. We got an S, a 69S. Wow. You're in the future and you are seeing, you can see the time at the end. There goes another Canadian. So you know exactly how long it's going to take me to go through these coins. And I guess that my big question is whether or not I am going to actually look through these again or not. That's the question that I have. For example, the 82s, I think I have to do the 82s because I have to make sure there's no. That's nice too, man. Wow, that's some really nice looking pennies in here, man. I have to make sure none of them are the small date. See, that's a small date. This was a Denver cop. Anyway, I don't think so. I think I do remember. I knew that even back then. A 74S. Look at this, man. That's our second S. Where's the other S? We got 69S. And this is just the type of stuff you don't really find anymore, you know. Oh, we got a bent dime. Plaid. I don't know if these are worth anything. Let me see. Let me look at the I can't remember. I'll put it to the side. It's interesting. I'll definitely put it to the side. I think some bent coins are worth money. I just don't remember. I do not remember. So we got another 60. 82 small date. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I'm probably just going to put them away. See, that's a nice center. See, I talk about centered cents all the time. That's what you want. These are the ones you want, the red ones. Those are the ones that are nice. I'll put that to the side too. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. I'm trying to work it out in my head. Wow. See, I know why I put this to the side erase because of the surface. 98. No white AN. But the problem is when 1970. The problem is again when I was doing these penny roll hunts and I was separating all these coins. I really did not. I didn't have the same amount of experience that I do now, and the question I have is, did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? Is there something in here that should be researched? And that's really what I'm trying to figure out right now while I'm doing this. Obviously, we have wheat cents, we have zincs, and why did I put it to the side? Look at this. I mean, does this have value? Numismatically, no, it does not. Is it cool AF? Yeah, man, it's pretty cool. I mean, those holes are in such odd places. And of course, the other question is, are they strike throughs? Was this debris on the I don't know. It's really, really cool looking. I will put the cool looking ones to the side though. That much I will do. The center sense. All right, I know I put this to the side because of a lot of things. Because of the ridge ring. The other one was definitely cooler than that. I don't know. 62. That's a nice 62. So nice 74. I really don't know what I'm going to do with these. Now, I searched through them already. See, I'm working it out in my head. Why do you talk so much in your videos? Just do coin stuff. I mean, part of it is, I don't have. This is my time. When I'm doing the video, this is my time, and I got to be honest with you. I don't know. I do like some of my thinking while I make the videos. So I know I'm not gonna research. Oh, we got a wheat cent. I'm not gonna go through most of these coins. So that's already been decided in my mind. I'm saying. Um, we're going to finish the separating off. I'm going to keep going. That's it. This is going to be a long video. I'm not going to do a part 1, part 2 for all this nonsense. I mean, I might do another part, and that other part will be, I have to put these into now, not for nothing, but I might go through those zincs again. I might look through the zincs. But like the 82s, I'm not gonna go. I mean, I have to know where they go into. Oh yeah, so I will have to do parts. Those, I mean, look how many 82s we got. Those 82s got to be separated. I mean, they got to be separated by, by the mint and all of that. Look at all these beautiful copper pennies we got, right? Those got to get put into my MS. We got Canadians. We got 2009. Let me tell you something about these 2009s. Don't find 2009s anymore at all. This is what you used to be able to find for 2009s back in the day. And back in the day means just a couple years ago. That's back in the day. That's how much things have changed in the world, right? Things change so quickly now. That's, like something from just a couple years ago seems like, like there was such a huge change. Oof. Have a sip of coffee. Thank God I got my coffee here. And this is just part of the process, man. There's no getting around it. Now I said there's no getting around it. Sure, there's getting around it. If I would have put these where they were supposed to be from the beginning, I wouldn't be doing this right now. Point blank and simple. Another 59. Okay, but I did not do. I didn't know. I said, oh, I'll get to it some other time. And that other time is now. It's today. It's here. It's got to go somewhere. I one of the things I love to do is organize. I love organizing. I love to oh, look at this. Oh, wow. Let me look. That's an error. Wow. No wonder I put this. That is so dope. I'm pretty sure that is the zinc. That's a lamination error. That's the zinc. I'll put that to the side. That is the zinc showing through. Maybe I'll go through the wheat cents again. We don't got many of them, But the 82s, I am not going through these 82s. I'll tell you that right now. So I like organizing. Hey, yeah. See, I got to check it. I can't just throw it because I got 59s. I like to organize. And I like keeping things neat. My wife is the same way. She's a neat freak. Wow, that's a beauty. And because I didn't really know, oh, here goes the Indian. 89. 98, excuse me. Wow, that is nice, man. That is really, really nice. It's got to be worth, and the condition's nice. Even though you can't see the feathers, you don't see the pearls, the diamonds. It's such a clear looking coin. So bold. That's nice. All right, we got an Indian head cent there. Maybe I'll take a picture of that for the thumbnail. I just noticed that on the edge of the E. Let me look at that on the loop. I don't know what that is. I just don't know. Oh, it's the serif. It's the serif. Okay, it's the serif. It's just a corner. Nice looking penny. So for whatever reason, I rushed. I didn't know where to put them. I was just putting stuff in jars. Not the right thing to do. Not a good thing. You don't find any 2009s. I mean, look at all these 2009s. Misaligned die. It's not too misaligned die. That's nice. That's a nice 8. So those I will separate. I should again. Now I made a pile, right? And if I put this here, now I got to separate. They got to be separated anyway. But that's just really nice. Yeah, I'm gonna put that to the side. I'm gonna put that with the other coins that I have, the special coins. All right, we're getting towards the end of this. We're almost done. We're almost done. Another Canadian. 1996 and older of the Canadians that are copper. So I think I have a tube for the copper 86s. Forget about it. I have other boxes and other jars like this. Today I just wanted to tackle one of the jars. And we'll check for the extra V's and all that stuff later on. I'm not even gonna look at that stuff now. I'll have to coin roll him through that later. 59. Yeah, the 59s I'm not gonna go through. I think the copper pennies I'm not gonna go through. I'm not gonna research through them because if there was something there. The zincs I might look through. Wow, look at this. The wheat cents I might look through because there's not many of them really. But the other ones they're just gonna go into tubes. 1919. All right, like I said, I'm not gonna look through them now. I just want to separate this stuff. Look at all these 82s. Wow, rolls of 82s. Rolls. That's centered. Is it? Yep. Centering doesn't give any extra value unless it's super duper duper centered. I did not check those 23s. I'm assuming there's no extra V. I knew about the extra V from from pretty early on. That's why they're separated. But you can see when there's an extra V, you can see it. It's very obvious when there's an extra V. And we got 3 more. That's pretty cool. That's super cool. And it's only on one side. That's cool. I'll put that over there too. Oh man, my 82s moved around a little bit. Jeez, they went into the other pile. All right, I think I got them out. Okay. All right. Whew. Ton of 82s. Here go the wheat cents. Here's the clad. I did put over to the side. I did put over to the side over here some of the more interesting ones and the nicer looking ones. And those, we got two S's. We got a bunch of 2009s. And we got some Canadians. All right. So the crazy thing is, you're not going to believe this if I show you, but the 59s and the wheat cents, I actually have another box that I put them into. So I'm just going to take the 59s and the wheat cents and I'm going to put them back into another jar. I can't believe I'm consolidating jars. This is so dumb. The 2009s go into yet a different square that I have. The Canadians, let me look at the Canadians. The coppers, I have a tube for the coppers, which it says it on the tube. I think it's 96 or earlier, or is it 86? Canadians. No, it's 96 and earlier. Our copper. So we got a 98. That's zinc. You could even tell it's zinc just by looking at it, feeling it. What? Oh, I never seen this before. I never seen this commemorative one. All right. I will put that. It is copper though, so I'll put it in with them. Here goes a 63 and a 99. So we have two zincs. I'm not going to put them into. I guess I don't know why I did that. Well, I guess it's to separate it, but I should have had a zinc one. Oh, I have no zinc one, so that's going to go into this other. I'm just consolidating. I know it's dumb. All right, so let me stop here. I'm starting to put things at the tubes. I will do that in the next part. Okay, so thank you if you're enjoying this content, if you're hanging around with me during this content, I really appreciate it. This is just some things that have to be done when, and I don't even know. I think we're going into part. Anyway, the next part's coming up for episode 695. Thank you. God bless.